is Spencer O'Brien. I'm from North Vancouver, BC, and I ride for Nike, Rockstar, Apple Snowboards, Class, Nixon, and Whistler Blackcomb. Slopestyle is an event where riders and skiers complete a course that has rails and jumps. So we're doing tricks like in the half pipe, but they're on different features. So usually it's about 2 to 3 rails and 3 to 4 jumps. So this course here at X Games is actually 4 rails and 4 jumps. And it's running super good this year. It's a little bit different to half pipe because we have the rails in there, and yeah, also it's always changing. The courses are never the same, whereas the pipe's always 22 feet. It's always the same. I've got my tricks that are really on lock that I like to do in contests. So it's going to be pretty similar to that. With the 4 jumps, it really opens up the door to spin all 4 directions, which is a really cool opportunity. So I'm definitely going to try and get a cab 5 in there, which is a trick I'm not super good at. But yeah, I really want to get all 4 directions in there. So since the Olympics got accepted about a year and a half ago, I've really been, planning long term for that goal, and working hard in the gym, working hard with my sports psychologist, and really trying to prep myself for something that big and that's special. But yeah, everything else along the way is all part of the journey, and X Games is a really big goal for me as well. So hoping to get that dream unlocked this year, and then hopefully Olympics next year. It's such a mental sport. I would say it's probably, it's more than half of when we're up there. It's really mental, and it's really staying focused and being able to deal with changing conditions, and really being able to stay on top of your game. So I think it's a super important part of what we do, and I've really found a lot of benefit in working with someone. Before a run, I definitely visualize. I kind of got a little routine at the top. When I'm a few riders out, I visualize my whole run and kind of just go through it in my head, and what it's going to feel like, what the speed is. And that really just sets me up to, once I drop in, I'm prepared, and I'm not thinking like, oh, what if, or what about that? And then I've also got a couple of weird things I do right before I drop in. I always adjust my helmet, and I started this thing last year where I spit, which is really unladylike, but it's I just have to get it out. And then I always kind of clap right before I drop in. So I think a lot of riders have their weird little things that they do and little quirks. That's another one of my superstitions. It's kind of dying out a little bit, which is probably good for my insides. But I usually eat a steak right before a final. So if we do a lot of contests, it's a lot of red meat is my diet. I'm one of the few people that doesn't listen to music when I ride at a contest. I don't for training or for finals or semis day. I find it really distracting when I'm competing. And I do on a normal day in the park, just riding. But yeah, for some reason at a contest it really just distracts me. This is my 7th year at X Games, which is crazy to think. And I think it's probably my 10th time in Aspen. I love coming out here. The crowd is always so great, and it's such a beautiful town. And yeah, the course is always just incredible at X Games. So really like being out here in Aspen.